Today I'm gonna do a cooking video. Woo! Okay guys, I love cooking. I wanted to be a chef. That's how much I used to love cooking. And then throughout the years I had to start making my own food for breakfast, lunch, dinner. And that just got really, really annoying. So I started hating cooking, and now I'm just like, whatever. It's like I have to do it, so I don't really care if I cook or not. But honestly, I have such a great passion for cooking and baking. I'm going to do some healthy school lunch ideas. So towards the end of the year last year, I started to pack a lot of lunches for school instead of buying my school lunch. And actually my school lunch is pretty decently priced, plus it's actually good food. I actually enjoy my school food. But it just, sometimes I just want to save money, and you just think about how much you could save, how much more money you could save when you pack lunch. I'm going to be showing you guys 3 recipes that you could do, and you don't have to have all these recipes on hand. You could use whatever you have in the fridge. Like, honestly, I think I'm so like all over the place right now, so I'm just gonna go to the video. This crunchy tuna wrap tastes so amazing, and it's such a great alternative to a tuna salad. And what you're gonna need is some whole wheat tortilla. I couldn't find any, so I just used regular tortilla. And you're gonna need a handful of spinach, half a stalk of celery, some slices of roasted bell peppers. And what I did is roast my red peppers over the gas stove, and then I dunked it into some cold water I had right next to it, and I just peeled it off and sliced them up. You're also going to need a 6-ounce can of water-packed tuna, 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt, non-fat, and a squeeze of lemon juice. Putting together this wrap is super easy. Just lay your Greek yogurt down and spread it all over your tortilla. Pack down your tuna on there as well, and then place your vegetables on top, and with that squeeze of lemon juice on top of as well. Wrap that like you would any wrap, and then cut it up or wrap it or however you want to take it to school, and there you have your super delicious wrap. And I honestly thought this tasted super amazing, because who doesn't like tuna? And on the side I packed this little smoothie pack from I'm Real, and it's a kid's little smoothie pack, but it tastes good, so I decided to pack it. This next recipe is a great alternative to one of those falafel pita thingies, and what you're going to need is some whole wheat pita bread, 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt, some dried herbs, a handful of spinach, and some chicken that I used. It was just chicken breast, and I cooked it into coconut oil to make it healthier and stuff, and I just seasoned it lightly with some salt and pepper. Along with all of that, you're going to need a 1/3 cup of chickpeas as well. After cutting your pita bread in half, mix in your dried herbs into whatever quantities you want. Honestly, just use, like, eyeball it and it'll taste good, in my opinion. And just mix that with the Greek yogurt. And what I did was first line the pita breads inside with some of the Greek yogurt, but not all of it. And then I stuffed it with the layers of spinach, chickpeas, chicken, and then I topped it off with some more Greek yogurt. Either my pita bread was way too thin, or it wasn't even a pita bread to start off with, but mine, it decided to explode on me. So guys, just be careful when you guys do this, and just pack it up and have something on the side like a fruit. And I chose an apple because these apples taste freaking amazing, guys. I love this recipe because that's all my favorite things in one dish. And what you need is a handful of cilantro, and I love cilantro, so the more the better. Some chicken stock, some quinoa, and I use red quinoa, but you can use whichever quinoa you want. Some pepper, and I did put in garlic there, but then my chicken stock was already really garlicky, so I didn't add any of that in. Prepare your quinoa like the back of your quinoa packet says, and I decided to make 2 servings worth of quinoa, which is just half a cup of quinoa and 1 cup of water. But I always add a little more than I should, because I think the quinoa just doesn't cook all the way when I add the right amount of water, so I always overestimate the amount of water, and it always turns out well. While that's cooking, I'm going to roughly chop my cilantro up, and I love cilantro, just the smell is so amazing. And after it's done cooking, just flip it with a fork and add in your cilantro, squeeze in your lime. I just used some lemon, and I realized I forgot to show that in my little ingredients thing. But you're going to need some lemon. I used lemon because I couldn't find lime in my supermarket. Mix all that in together and season it with salt and pepper if you need. I found that I didn't need to at all, so I just kept it the way it was. I packed it into these individual little jars, and they're so cute. And I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but trust me, this fills you up so much, and the jar was really big, so in my defense, that was a lot of quinoa. Since this recipe didn't have a lot of vegetables in it, I decided to just use the leftover ingredients from my previous recipes, like the spinach and the roasted red peppers, and I just threw that into a small container and topped it off with some dressing that I made, which is just soy sauce and vinegar with a little bit of olive oil, and I just mixed that all together and put it in the container. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thumbs up this video if you want a breakfast video or maybe a healthy lunch, healthy dinner video. And I will be bringing that to you guys shortly if you guys like this video too. If you like my cooking videos, make sure to tell me as well in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye! I opened the door and we are pretty much in a white wonderland. That's everyone's reaction when I first have them over, is that, wow, your room is insanely white, and that's the kind of thing I was going for because I think it looks really clean, really nice, and since I am working with a small space, I thought it would